I've always wanted to touch him. Like the texture of Yabba is something I need to discover. Something I need to discover. Yabba, come on. Touching his, like his belly. Like, oh, I was so tempted.
We do not mulligan that hand because we've got Malakili in our opening hand, which is our preferred turn 1 play. Malakili is going to reduce our creatures by 1 cost. Those big hyperspace werefers, they got to go on the bottom. So we're actually going against a creature, a Loathwolf that is. It's a 3/3 with Sentinel, it's blocking the way to the base, but it can't attack. Alright, so with Malakili, we can actually ramp into the dewback, the 4-drop dewback, because it's actually a 3-drop now. So we get a 3-drop 2/6 with Grit on turn 2, which is pretty sick. And then we have the Darksaber in there because it's fun to strap it to Jabba or a Purgle, since those space units, they're non-vehicle, they're creatures, so we can put sabers on space units in this deck. I think in this game, the next play we do is to put the Darksaber onto the dewback. I don't actually know. I think it's the Sand Trooper Cavalry. So yeah, ideally we want to ramp into Jabba's Rancor or the Purgle King and just stomp them with massive, massive units. Unfortunately, Kanan's pretty annoying with that re-shielding on the Loathwolf, so we're not able to get our big swings through. Can pretty efficiently stop a lot of damage from coming through. So Hera attacks. Malakili gonna pop that Loathwolf shield because it can't attack back, although he does take damage when he hits him. And the Loathwolf... Oh, no, I think the Loathwolf doesn't get reshielded, but they play... I think they play a Village Protectors. Oh, no, so they do reshield him. We pop the shield. And then he plays a Village Protectors, to which we claim the initiative. This is just the biggest, fattest slug deck there ever was. It's very slow, as you guys could probably see, but the top end's worth it. So we top deck into Dryden Voss and Salacious Crumb. Salacious Crumb is also a creature, so he can cost 0 in this. Every single time bouncing it back. So we actually start, I think we start with Jabba the Hutt, so we can't really get through those Sentinels. And we're able to draw the Pounce, which is to attack with a creature unit. It gets +4 for this attack, so it's like a better surprise strike, which is part of the reason why we picked yellow. Dryden Voss as well. If you've played a Jabba deck before, you know Dryden Voss is really good. We also have Tyrantotech in this deck, but we didn't play it this round. So we play the Salacious Crumb. We get to heal damage. Hera attacks and kills Malakili. Our Malakili, no. That was a part of our combo. That's okay. And then we top deck into 2 Rancors, so it would have been nice to hold on to the Purgle King, because we don't need 3 Jabba's Rancor, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so we've got Pounce available. All of our guys are too expensive, but remember Jabba's ability is to give a unit a bounty for the face. So anyways, we pop the shield on the Village Protectors with Salacious Crumb's action ability. And then we see the Rivals Fall on our Darksabered Sand Trooper. Thought that would be able to get out of hand, but he uses his removal. That's okay. So we put a bounty on the Village Protectors so that Jabba commissioning Jabba to kill some villagers. And then we'll be able to cheat out the Rancor because Costs 8, but if you control Jabba as a leader or a unit, costs 1 less. That would be funny if it could cost 2 less because we control 2 Jabbas, but we are going to make it cost 2 less by killing the village protectors that have the bounty on them. Next unit you play costs 1 less. So we kill that, we claim the bounty. And now we can drop our Patissa Rancor. And we're killing Hera in the process, and Jabba unit doesn't mind taking some damage from his Rancor. Kanan comes out. He's gonna smack us pretty hard, which hurts, but it is what it is. Then we go into Bounty Hunter's Quarry, and now there are 2 of them. Now there are 2 of them, not as good later in the game, but we get rid of the Bounty Hunter's Quarry anyways because we're going to be playing right on curves. So we do bounty, or not, so we deploy, and we're going to capture the shielded Lothwolf with Patissa. Yep. And then we see a perilous position on Patissa, but that doesn't matter because we're going to play Dryden Voss, and now that Lothwolf is ours because we get to play a unit we've captured under our control for free with Dryden, which is just so awesome. We get to block some incoming damage, slow the game down, put a really good body onto the board, 5/7 shielded. Plays another Village Protectors, but we have 2 units that can take it out, 2 swings. It's very, very tricky. But instead, we put a bounty onto Kanan, so that if he swings into the Lothwolf, well, I guess we can't trade with with Jabba. Jabba takes out the shield. That's okay. A little bit of a misplay. Wouldn't be casual without a few misplays. But we're sitting pretty good, so we go for the kill on the Village Protectors as well as the 3 damage to Kanan. And the Jabba leader does not mind taking that. Now Kanan goes down to a 3/6 as he doesn't control a Spectre or creature. But we see a Luke, and Patissa is gone. Although he doesn't know we have another one. Could pretty easily deal with that. It's just fine with us. So we attack Kanan, pop the shield. Kanan goes 3 to base. We're at 22. They have 0 on their base. Dryden Voss is going to deal 5 damage to Anakin. Pop that shield. Or Anakin. Luke Skywalker. And then we replay Jabba's Rancor for 7. Or for 8. Or for... Wait. Oh, right. So yeah, it's cost 7. So we deal the 3 damage to Kanan, and then we can trade with Luke with the Jabba unit. Stuck around for so long, and we even had one for a little bit of healing with Salacious Crumb coming back in. Now we had an awesome top deck because we got Protect the Pod, which is amazing in this deck since you have so many high health units. 4 costs, choose a non-vehicle unit. It deals damage equal to its remaining health to another unit. And we also have another Dryden Voss. And the Purgle King came back, so even though we resourced it earlier, we still have it in case we need it. So we're going to put a bounty on the Lothwolf. Kanan goes to base. That means we've got only 4 health left, but we do Pounce with Salacious Crumb. I think the reason why we want to do that bounty is so that we could fit Purgle King and get him in for 7 instead of 8. But then we realize, oh no, the ghost is coming back out, so we do have to get rid of that. When the only way to get rid of that, Purgle King's not going to be able to swing in time, so unfortunately we have to protect the pod. That kind of messed up our plan to get the Purgle King out, but protect the pod does save the day as Kanan is tapped out. We can just use Protect the Pod to kill the ghost. And then Patissa can just go 9 to base and get the on attack and swing and kill Kanan. Now the board's clear. Now we can start beating you up. So we resource the Bounty Hunter's Quarry because we have enough room for another Dryden plus a Take Captive, which is an amazing 10 cost play. So we get in our 5 damage before we kill Dryden. Yep. Then he plays an Ezra. So we got Yoda and Ezra. So who do we want to capture? I think we want the Restore. So we go for Yoda. Put it under the Patissa. So he shields the Ezra. We attack the Ezra, pop the shield. Jabba dies. And then we replay the Dryden. Well, actually, no, we go for Patissa attack, killing our own Dryden that was going to die anyways. Killing the Ezra. Replaying the Yoda on our side, getting some restore in. Now we top deck into Sneak Attack Purgle King, which is amazing because we can get that restore 4 and 4 to base right away. Unfortunately, actually, the other player just kind of times out, and it was really sad because I really wanted to finish the game, but I understand that the deck is kind of slow and not everyone has the patience to see the game through, but I think they just left their computer either out of anger or they just got bored, or maybe their Wi-Fi crashed. But I feel like we had this game in the bag. It was very sad not to be able to actually finish the game and actually get to the W with Jabba.
I don't want to touch him anymore. It's over, you know. I sent the message to the universe and it didn't happen. You know, I sent the message to the galaxy and 10 years later I'm still talking about it. No, enough.